A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has disconnected.
Welcome back, Firebirds, to some more Carthage League of Legends. Back in with my constant co-host Tony. Tony, how's it going?
It's going.
It's going.
I'm hungry.
A little bit of some drama, but it's been resolved. Hopefully, going into the draft soon. Love to see it. Love these late nights, man. Especially on a school night. Just
We should have a late night podcast.
That's a good idea. NECC podcast. Put me in. This is exciting. Bird time. Yes, sir.
Bird time.
We've got chat. The chat is active, baby. Let's go. We've got a pog, a singular one, but hopefully we can amass some more. My goodness, what a time! What a time to be in esports.
To be a esports.
To be at esports. The bands are starting.
Let's go.
Ramus is the first band. All right, very good champion. Very annoying. A lot of really good counter pick potential here. Now that Diana can be banned. Last draft, Diana Yasuo was picked. It's a very good combination. They have very good synergy. So just getting rid of that. Another one is Leona, somebody didn't know was coming. Getting rid of that right away. Cheering in the outside. I wonder what happened. We'll find out soon. Caitlyn is going to be the first ban. Checking out the third one now. I expect it to be the same thing, which was Echo? No, the
Cho'Gath.
Looks. I think it's because they put a sub in.
Oh,
so
okay.
The sub, they're trying to mitigate that. So we'll see what happens there. Now, I'm excited to see what this third ban is, because they're banning things from the last draft. The Lux. Okay, so it's a little interesting here. We're changing it up. We're getting a little wacky. We're getting a little weird. We'll see what they
that's
pick.
what happens this late at night.
That's what I'm saying. It gets a little wacky and weird. All right, first pick here. A lot of priority picks available. We do have some enchanters that we can go for. Lulu is an incredibly powerful pick that we've seen Puck play quite often. That'll be an option. Some other ones, maybe a little bit more. Seraphine is going to be the first pick. Usually I would say it's a flex, but in this team in particular, we know this is going to Puck. This is a Puck special. This supports Seraphine. It's extremely strong. A little bit different reasons that we saw for the last game.
Yeah.
Still, the CC is there, but it's a little bit more of an aggressive lane than what you'd see from the ADC Seraphine. So we'll see what they pick. Ahri is the first pick, unsurprisingly. It seems like this person's a very big Ahri player. So just making sure this Ahri is going to be picked and probably going to be looking for a counter pick on rounds 2 and 3. Absolutely true. Should have first picked Teemo. That's a great point. I don't think they thought of that before. But they will. Woe is the day that they didn't first pick Teemo. Kayn gonna be the jungle here. So we've seen Kayn before. A very snowbally champion. Can either win you a game or lose you one.
Oh, for sure.
So definitely a risky pick. But the Ahri is a very good setup for this Kayn here. So I expect to be playing around mid lane, trying to get that mid ahead. And perhaps, so far at least, we're looking at some roams from the Ahri. I expect AD or mid. AD mid or jungle. I expect a mid counter pick here either way. Looks like they're just gonna pick up the ADC in the Xayah. This is a Fyro special. This is his champion. This is something that was pretty much permanently banned last season against him, just because how good he was on it. So he's gonna be looking to show why why you should ban this away from him here. Gonna be going for I would expect mid. Okay.
Sejuani. Always love to see it.
Sejuani is definitely a good pick. I personally would have liked to see a mid lane pick here. Just give the jungle a little bit more options to see what you're playing into. Because you know that as a mid laner, you're playing into the Ahri. And you still have some options open. So now what Bradley University can do is they can ban away some picks from Happy Samoyed to try and protect this Ahri pick a little bit more. So
for sure.
I feel like they could have done that a little bit better. But still, obviously, getting this Sejuani is a big win.
And it looks like Misfortune will be the ADC on the BU side, and Vygar ban.
Yeah, Vygar is something that we've seen Happy Samoyed play very, very well so far this season. Just able to play that nice safe landing phase and get to a point where he's terrifying. He's one-shotting people with the ult. I mean,
Infinite scale, love to see it.
Infinite scalers are quite annoying, and I'm assuming that's something. I feel like Ahri is fairly kind of interesting for me. I feel like Ahri is pretty good into Vygar. It's interesting that they're going to ban that away. Another interesting man is Camille, something I haven't seen Pawsey Guy play in but forever. But also, something I didn't think about, this could be the Pawsey Guy Sejuani. He could be flexing this pick. So Sejuani top is definitely a viable pick. So we'll see if they continue with this little idea going forward in this draft.
And the final ban for the Firebirds will be
Alawi.
Alawi.
Okay, so just generally obnoxious pick. I don't know how it does into Sejuani, so I can't speak to whether this is to help a top lane Sejuani or not. But Alawi is just very obnoxious, especially if you've got a team who wants to walk into her. It's very tough. I think this is just more of a comfort ban, I'll say. Something that the team just generally doesn't like playing against. Because from what Carthage has picked so far, I feel like they do fine into the Sejuani pick. But if it's something that this top laner is just good at, then might as well just ban it.
Ooh, Akshan.
Okay, so I guess this is an Ahri. This could be an Akshan top. Okay. This could be Misfortune support. There's a number of things that could be happening with this draft. So there's still a lot of messing with everything. So probably an Ahri support is what's been told here. But the Akshan pick, I don't know. There's something about it here. Vladimir going to be picked up for the mid lane, and now we're going to see where the Sejuani is going to be going. Still don't know who the top laner is, so I'm assuming they reserved top counter pick, giving this Ahri. I'm going to assume this is an Ahri Misfortune bot lane. Going to be Akshan mid, saving top counter pick. Vladimir going to pick the mid lane, very safe champion, solid into Akshan. What will Pawsey Guy be playing tonight?
Ooh. Okay,
so Pawsey Guy's going to be on Sejuani this game. Going to be that Vi jungle, and this is. Now I understand, because now you give your jungler enough picks to see what it's good into, and Vi has plenty of options. I mean, a lot of really great at dealing with these squishy targets, and so far, Bradley University has picked 4 squishies.
Yeah,
and especially in Akshan, a ton of lockdown from the Vi. You can click R, and it doesn't matter how much mobility that champion has; they're going to be able to go in. Now the Mordekaiser counterpicking the top lane.
I called Mordekaiser, but I thought it was going to be on the Carthage side. I thought it was a little bit of silly thing, but yeah, I'm always worried with Akshan seeing it just because he can revive people and can basically just stay out of the fight for almost the entire fight till the very end, and then just come in and do one little shot and then revive everyone. But definitely very squishy.
That's usually, when people pick Akshan, it's usually least the concerns. The reviving passive usually isn't as impactful as people think it is. It's mainly how strong this Akshan is going to be in lane, and the ability to roam that it gives you. This early to mid-game power is fantastic. And while you are an ADC, so you still do skill in the late game, those early to mid-game spikes is really what you're looking for. You want this Akshan to get ahead, to be able to roam around the map, and really assert its dominance everywhere that it can.
The one thing I always see is that it always seems awkward early on with Akshan trying to get those meaningful picks. I always find it a little bit tougher than some of the other ones. Like, I personally think Zai is going to not have a problem at all with it.
It's Akshan mid.
Oh, really? Oh, never mind.
Akshan's a mid lane. Yeah. So, it's going to be Akshan and Vladimir, actually. Vladimir's going to want... So, Vladimir is fine into Akshan for the most part, but you do have to be careful, because the way in which Akshan trades, it's a little bit more about that damage over time. Like, you want to get multiple auto attacks off, proc his passive, and proc the attack, which Vladimir is able to get away from with the pool. But his range is still far enough to where Vladimir will have some trouble just getting farm and scaling. So we'll see how that goes in the mid lane. That's going to be an important matchup.
For sure. And so far, who do you think won draft? Who would you give it to?
Carthage, 100%. I don't like Ahri support at all. I think the Akshan mid could fold in on itself. I think there's just too much... it's too dynamic. I think that Bradley University is really banking on too many things happening right for them to win. I feel like Carthage just has a lot more of a cohesive draft. They seem to know what they want. They want to go in. They want to get these picks. They want this Vladimir to scale.
Yeah.
They want this side to have a good team fight.
So you're saying, like, on the BU side, just throwing a bunch of things and hoping it sticks for
It's kind of what it feels like. They have a lot of decent counter picks. I think Mordekaiser into the Sejuani is a great counter pick. It's just a matter of, like, how do you win team fights, really? Like, what are you looking at? This is a solo queue team. You want everybody to get ahead. You're trying to win every lane at the same time, and it's just, that's not realistic in most games. Because, think about it. If Ahri gets behind, this is Ahri support. We're assuming this is Ahri support. Can we check if this is Ahri support 100%? Ahri support. If this Ahri support gets behind, it's completely useless. It has one utility ability. If you are not able to get that damage down, you're a sitting duck. You provide essentially no value to the team. So if this bot lane doesn't get ahead, you're in trouble. But Kayn isn't great at doing that. Kane doesn't have that ganking potential and essentially that free kill.
Especially
that,
early on, too.
Exactly. Like a Vi would. So if they drafted Vi instead of Kane, well, then maybe we could play towards bot side, get these picks, have the knock up into the charm, maybe get a kill that way. But they don't have that either. So it just feels like they really need everything to go their way to win. Now, granted, with such a dynamic team, things can go right and things can kind of snowball out of control, which, I mean, Carthage, it can happen. It has happened before. It's something that's kind of been an issue for Carthage, is trying to stabilize in the mid game. But ultimately, I still think that they just have better. Honestly, they just picked better champions.
Yeah, for sure. And like we've seen that type of synergy with these specific champions before, and that's what it is. It's synergy. It's great synergy together. It just works. It works.
It just works.
It just works really well. But it looks like the producer is asking feelings on Vi versus Kane.
Vi versus Kane. Okay, so I play a lot of Vi personally. She's very good in the early game. Very good dueling potential. So her W has 3 stacks, and if she hits an opponent 3 times, then it'll proc. And she will have she will reduce the armor of the opponent. She will get extra attack speed, and they'll do a small burst of damage. And that is massive. So the amount of extra attack that you get is huge, along with the fact that your passive grants you a shield every time you use an ability, or use your E, I believe. So you just have a ton of early game damage, and it's really tough for Kane to deal with, because if you are tracking this Kane across the map, you can actually get these early kills onto him and really put him behind, stop him scaling, stop him from getting his form. So it's a very good matchup. And aside from that, as long as the Kane doesn't get ahead, Vi will be more useful in most of these team fights. So I definitely like this jungle matchup here.
I agree. As always, I'm very nervous, but very excited to get into it.
And we'll calm your nerves soon enough with a short spectator delay break. We'll be right back with you for some more Carthage League of Legends.
Selector. Rewind my selector.
Welcome back, everybody. It's some more Carthage League of Legends.
Wow, that was
Pumping up the energy here. We're getting ready for game 1. Carthage Black versus Bradley University. We're getting crazy with it.
that was pretty crazy.
I know. I know it is. All right. I need to pump the energy up, baby. We're getting ready for some League of Legends. Let's go.
Oh,
How you feeling going into this game?
I'm feeling really good. I mean, oh, if I can get my glasses on.
Yeah, you're
I'm,
blind.
I am blind. But I am loving seeing Vi, Sejuani, and Seraphine. I mean, those three are one of my it's just great coordination all in between.
Oh, goodness. Game. On tech. We're waiting. We are holding off. We're kept in the dark with a little surprise. All right, we're back in the game. All right, nothing crazy. Different than what we've seen in games prior today. No invades. A little boring today. They need to get crazy. This is boring gameplay. Boring League of Legends. We need a 5v5. 5v5 in the jungle. I need to see some action.
Some adventures out there.
Oh. Man, I'm so excited. Anyways, same thing as last game. We see both junglers starting the bot side, looking to have some action happen in the top lane. I almost would have liked to see Dragon to start in the top lane, try to look for something bot lane, try to get Fyro ahead. We know he's a carry. We know he's spectacular on that role. But helping out this Sejuani in this tough matchup in the earlier stages of this game could be helpful as well. I mean, Sejuani has a ton of great gank setup, and Mordekaiser has no mobility, so maybe this is what Dragon is thinking going into this game.
For sure. And another thing is that they got a really nice skin on that Sejuani.
They certainly do. They certainly do. Always one for the aesthetics. We appreciate that from you. Okay, anything interesting here from the summoners? Oh, okay. Something of note. We have a lethal tempo misfortune, which is definitely not normal.
Oh.
But outside of that, very normal, unfortunately. One thing I might have liked to see, phase rush on Vladimir is kind of a... It's tough to say what's the best rune setup for Vladimir. There's been a lot of debate as like Predator is Predator the best rune, which is for Airy. Or phase rush, I think into this, it's probably fine. You just want us to be able to survive against this Akshan in the early game, and phase rush will absolutely let you do that. So take that for what you will. One thing, Vi and Kayn clearing at the same rate should not happen. This Kayn should certainly be ahead of Vi in this clear. She probably should be working on his Krugs right now. A lot of really great aggression there, almost killing the Ahri. I mean, fantastic. Now, Joe's stepping up. Joe wants this one. He has lethal protection. Now we see Exhaust First Blood onto the Seraphine, and now we got almost another one. The recall of the feathers not quite gonna pick off this misfortune, but a big advantage gained there for the Firebirds.
Oh dear.
Yeah, just really putting so much pressure on the bot side. This is what you can expect when you have Pyro and Pac on their champions. Just a dynamic duo ready to dominate.
Oh yeah, you love that. Love to see it. Oh, and it looks like Pawsy Guy is chilling up there.
Pawsy Guy is chilling, and now we see some pings, so we know Kayn is topside. That's big. So now what I would do personally if I was Vi, I would either go for that reset. Okay, there you go. So go for that reset, try to get down to the bot lane earlier, have better tempo, and be actually able to fight this Kayn over this bottom scuttle.
Yeah, and then... never mind, I guess.
What?
Never mind.
What's up, buddy?
I can't do English right now.
Why?
Need some food.
You need some food? Yeah, that's true.
Some
We
food.
could get some food on us here. But why do you need food when you've got some exciting League of Legends?
I need a Poro snack, dude.
Look
at that Poro right there.
That's true. All right, so Kayn is going to pick that up. He does get that full clear, so he's going to have a slight farm advantage. He's one cap ahead. But really, shouldn't matter too much. This Vi is going to be on the map sooner. She's going to be able to impact different lanes. So excited to see how that works out. Also, Happy Samoyed, having a farm advantage is massive in this early game.
It's... Oh, there he is. Yeah. Most definitely against that Akshan. Ooh. Oh, no, looks like he also got, Dark Seal as well.
Yep, Dark Seal's very standard,
nice.
actually, for Vladimir, because he actually gains AP based on bonus health. And Dark Seal gives you the most bonus health out of any starter item, so it's very common. I feel like he could have kept going in there. He had a really great trade. Although I feel like he was worried because Conquer on the Mordekaiser, so these extended trades, he would have likely gotten a lot of healing, which might have turned that fight. But yeah. See Dragon Dusk in a great position. It's fine. Cleanses is slow, but Dragon Dusk is going to pick up that kill. It will ultimately not matter. We're not going to speak on that flash.
What flash?
Exactly. All that matters, Vi got a kill on the bottom side. Carthage is up 2-0 and up 1.3k. Speaking to their CS leads across the map, so very well played.
Yeah, I'm loving seeing the early aggression. That's going to help out a ton. And it looks like they're getting ready to take that first drag.
Continue to stop Pog's reset, making sure that can't be in a comfortable position, because I'd expect that a fancy seal is actually going to be his ultimate first. So, and once the Mordekaiser gets that ultimate, he basically wins the lane, which is the beauty of everything. Really good trade there from the Vladimir. You have a lot of that early game damage. There's a lot of damage right as you get level 6.
Looks like Posy just got out and Fancy Seal just got level 6.
Yep. So that's exactly what we're talking about. I mean, just playing around that reset, trying to harass as much as possible. Just some mind games all around.
A little bit of brain games.
Brain games.
I think that used to be a TV show.
I was just gonna say that. Like, it's such a good TV show. Anyways, back to League of Legends.
Already?
I'm sorry. You can't say that. This is the stream. This is what we do.
Oh yeah.
You have to. Yay! League of Legends. All right, big advantage being gained here on the bot side, though. We have Seraphine with a kill and 2 assists on Pyro, and a big CS advantage. I mean, that 14 CS advantage at 6 minutes, as we talked about in the prior stream. And the Rune, this could actually be a kill here. So much burst going on. Definitely going to force out the flash. Charmin is now Charmin. Like ultra soft. Anyways. Charmin in the bot lane, gonna have to be scared. They gotta be careful. They do have first rotation from the Akshan, so he will be able to get a decent amount of damage, but they have to be worried. I think they're happy someone could turn this fight. They might. Ooh, I would have committed to this way harder. They do not have level 6 on the Kayn, and I believe that they have gold advantages across the board. So that would have been a fight that I would have liked to take there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. A little bit of bummer there. I wonder what that's
sorry. Alright, canceled their auto a few times, but that's fine. Didn't really matter.
It is what it is. Time is money.
Time is money. Especially when you're trying to shove out that bot wave. It looks like Fire's gonna be able to catch that. So that's gonna be a big CS advantage with this wave. Gonna be crashing soon. The only real issue is Pause Guy, but now we got Giant Dusk on a ward. Now keep in mind, Mordekaiser does have the ultimate ability, so he is going to be able to turn this around. You're gonna see him ult the... Okay, he ulted the wrong person. That's okay though, that's fine. It's not fine. This is gonna be a kill for the Firebirds one way or another. Flashing away, it will not matter. It shouldn't have mattered. It does matter now. That's okay. We'll act like it didn't happen. It is fine. Getting out the flash and the ultimate. So Dragonus just didn't charge his Q.
No, I was sarcasm.
Oh right. So, anyways, still good to get those summoner spells out, make that lane a little bit easier. Yeah, wow, Pyro. I really like how Pyro is pushing his advantage here, really harassing the Kayn, making sure he doesn't have any real play. And now we're gonna get.
Oh, come on.
Eventually.
Oh no.
He's gonna be going over to Fancy Seal there. I mean, well played. He played that well. He got that shield. He knew exactly what he needed to do, and he executed. But definitely,
that's gonna be a bummer.
An overcommit.
One for the highlight reels.
Yeah. Definitely a little bit of an overcommitment there. But that's okay. They're still ahead. They're still up 700 gold, and they do have that advantage to the bot side, which will only get bigger. This is a very tough lane to play against. They do have the ults first. I think they should really be stepping forward, actually, and trying to deny a little bit more farm. They have the ults available. So really, there's no chance for this Misfortune Ahri lane to fight back. But opting to just play safe, and I like that too. Just playing safe, making sure they're going to have that easy scaling into a real advantage.
For sure.
Also, another thing to note, Dragon Dust did just hit level 6. That is a massive breakpoint as far as Vi's ability to gank these different lanes. So, excited to see. One thing I really like to see, though, he's going Hail of Blades with Eclipse. So this is going to be a more assassin Vi, looking to really kill these squishies. But yeah, you gotta be careful there. As I said before, Akshan does have a lot of damage in those short bursts. So as long as you play around that well, gotta be careful. Dragon and Dusk is here. The flash is not available, but he's gonna be able to Q forward and get that ultimate off. Cease and desist will be available for him. He did waste the turnaround thing there. Now ult's forward. Okay, Iceborne's in a great position. Just get the ult off. Okay, through, but he will be able to turn it now. Ignited. This will certainly be a double kill for somebody. Sheriff Dirt taking down one. Now 2-3 gold advantage goes to Bradley University. That's a bit of a tough break.
That's gonna be a little bit tough, but it's still pretty early on, and it's anyone's game, so
It absolutely is.
hopefully that won't get it too far behind.
Yep, you just, despite the fact that Vlad does have this massive amount of damage, you have to know when you're able to do it. And that just wasn't a great breakpoint. You weren't able to get the full combo off. He does get the charm forward. He will have the ultimate available. Isn't going to be able to use it though. Flashing away. Now flashing forward. The ultimate comes through from Fox. Does get extra poke from the Q. The feathers are there. But man. Whew. What a trade of ultimates there in the bot lane. Still, advantage will go to Fyro just because he still has the ultimate Featherstorm available. Will be a little bit of a get out of jail free card in the future. So looking towards this dragon fight, they will have a slight advantage. I don't think they can really make this dive happen. This is a Sejuani. You have to be careful with this diving against any tank. One thing we can look at though, oh, this is tough. He's trying to get out. Oh, okay, that's not getting out. So we'll actually be able to get that CC chain onto him and nice. Go down. Pause the guy, taking out that kill. Such a great burst from the jungle top duo of the Firebirds.
I love seeing Sejuani just slowly walking by, quickly doing a 180, and then just setting it. That was pretty good.
Yeah, just such an unnecessary risk there, resetting in that bush.
Yeah,
Sheriff of Dirt probably should have been a little bit more mindful of where Vi was. He saw her on vision, just did not think he was going to stop that camp and walk up.
Yeah, a little bit of questionable play, but that's all right. Kill goes to us.
It absolutely does. One thing I'd like to see now, once again, I'd like to see Vi on the bot side of the map making a play happen, because we have the only ultimate available in the bot side is Fyro's. That is a lot of extra damage, but man. See, here's where Akshan is so good. Does, in fact, secure that. Is going in now. Fyro is going to get known by Sheriff Dirt. He does have the ultimate ability. He's just going to pop it right away just to make sure he doesn't get all in here by Rost. Already has Redkin at 12 minutes. That is very good for him. They've got to start building that anti-heal going forward.
For sure, yeah. That's all I got.
Okay, it happens. Okay, now we have
this fight. There we go.
He hits the flash. He gets it. He gets the ultimate. That's certainly going to kill Fyro, taking down Charmin. Proving to be ultra soft in the bottom.
You're gonna say that.
This will certainly be a dragon here. It's gonna be 4v3. It's gonna be really risky to take this fight. I mean, Bradley University can opt for it, but once again, the numbers advantage is a really big point. Ultimate now coming through from a fancy seal. This was definitely an overextension from Pause Guy. He will have the ability to stall this one out, though. Might be able to get out. This is gonna be a lot of damage coming down onto him, but man, look at the passive healing. He just walks away.
No, it's nothing.
Ooh, will have follow-up. No, the charm. Comes through. Fyro might have the damage. Jumping over the wall as Dragon of Dust might have enough to kill the Sheriff of Dirt, but no, too much healing from that Red Cane. Oh, wow. Exciting plays from the Firebirds. Playing proactively, this is exactly what I like to see.
For sure, just a little bit more, and this, it's just gonna turn the fight.
Absolutely. One thing I'd like to note, once again, Fyro is getting very strong. On this reset, he might even have his Mythic, which would likely be Gale Force or Kraken Slayer. We'll see what he got. Or Kraken Slayer here. So just going for that extra auto attack damage. Doesn't feel like the positioning, the extra repositioning of the Gale Force is going to bring him much value here. So I'd say pretty smart buy. You're going to get a lot of extra damage onto the tanks, those being Rost, Red Cane, and a Fancy Seal, the Mordekaiser in the top lane. Which, you know, he's got a little bit of advantage. He does have that 8 farm lead, so that Kraken Slayer is certainly going to help him deal with that.
Love seeing Pause Guy with the...
Oh, really good damage here, and this is where the Kraken Slayer comes through. Does get the charm, and the Spirit Rush will be available, so Ari's just going to walk away from this one. But now we have Dragon Dust in the bot lane again. The ultimate is almost up, having to walk away, though. Very tough.
Shelly spawning in the top lane.
Yep, Shelly did hit top, which is nice. Don't get me wrong. But you have to think about, they're just going in right now. They have no damage. It looks like the Kane's just going to go in, picking up that kill, the second one of the game. This is not what we're looking for here. Dragon Dust is going to be caught here by Firehawk FC. And now we've got him kind of caught in the middle of nowhere. Picking up the double kill. Wow, okay, so I feel the double kill is massive there. So much more gold onto this ADC, and you have to be worried about Fyro taking over this game at this point.
Oh, for sure. We still are a little bit of a gold disadvantage, about 300, but that could change very soon.
Certainly could. I mean, I think that the gold is on the right people here for the Firebirds. Having Fyro with this massive, massive gold advantage is huge. But the one thing you have to look at is Kayn had a free early game, essentially. You have Red Kayn with Gale, with Gore Drinker, and 2 kills. You have to really watch out for him in these team fights.
For sure, and it's going to be extremely tough with our back line. But I do believe that our... hopefully for our Vi and Sejuani, they play safe. And of course, we got Seraphine for the CC.
We do.
I am not too worried.
I'm not either. We have a lot of good options. I think that Seraphine going damage here is the right option as well. So certainly the Firebirds are in a great position, especially with those 2 dragons. Despite the fact that on paper they're only up 200 gold, the stats these 2 dragons are going to give them are probably going to equate to 500 to 1,000. So they're definitely at an advantage here.
Turn looks like the next thing Drake will be up in 2 minutes.
Ooh.
Wow.
He does have a lot of damage. You have to be worried about that ultimate. So much damage to be coming through. Flash is going to be available and used by Fancy Steel. But the Featherstorm is available. He's going to turn this fight around in the Death Realm. Fyro solo killing the Mordekaiser. Fantastic play. Now Firehawk FC on the other side of the map trying to kill Pawsy Guy. But my goodness, is he tanky. He just walks away. The Poro is unscathed.
Look at the Poro's little feet hopping around. That's awesome.
So silly. Ooh, okay. Check this out. This is going to be a Bloodthirster game for the Xayah. So, you're going to be looking to heal a lot more. A lot of extra damage also. It's just a very expensive one. It's something I've actually talked about with Fyro before the game, about Bloodthirster second on ADCs. His main gripe being just how expensive the item is. 3,400 gold as opposed to a lot of other second items such as Phantom Dancer being 3,000, 3,100. So you're investing in essentially another kill's worth of gold into this item. But if you are like ahead enough, it is certainly worth it. The shield that you get and the healing is massive. I mean, you can.
It's extremely valuable.
Free win for duels. Yeah. Exactly. Also, having Samoyed scaling up is big. This Vladimir only dying once and having more farm than the Akshan. This will certainly come back to bite them later in the game as they're going to be looking for a fight here. A lot of damage on the Pot. They have a great flank. So much. Oh my goodness. From Pot. Taking out Firehawk FC. The Kayn is in, but this is a 4v2. This is not where you want to be. Cease and desist. You're going to jail, Kayn. Double kill for the Vladimir. They're pushing it more. They want this Rift Herald.
Amazing play by the Firebirds. Just great synergy all around. That, no more words to say after that.
Absolutely. I mean, the sheriff being put in his place there, sent straight back to the county prison. Can't be what you're looking for.
More crimes on what accounts.
Exactly. Clean's going to be used here for the Misfortune, but she's most certainly dead. Down 2 levels. Not the spot you want to find yourself in against a tank like Sejuani with so much lockdown. I mean, my goodness.
Those are the crimes.
Yeah, leaving lane, house arrest, exactly, yeah. The Kayn had the crime of existing, I guess, in that team fight. Third dragon gonna be... Let's play a game here. I spy something big and red and on fire. What could it be? Oh, it's actually Hextech. I thought it was Infirm. That's awkward. They're gonna pick up this dragon. That's the main thing that we're gonna be looking for here. Soul point for the Firebirds. This is the ideal position. Stop laughing at me. I'm tired of this. All right. Dragon of Dust. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Flashing Board can pretty much insta-kill Charm with all that extra lethality. The bullet time is not super effective, let's say. And now they're going to push for this mid-tower. They do have the Rift Herald. This is a massive advantage. Yeah, they are very ahead here. You start...
Boom!
Now, remember what we talked about earlier? You remember what happens when these champions fall behind?
Squishy?
Bad things. Yeah. You don't have any damage. Akshan is 2-2. You need this guy to be more ahead or at least above in CS, which he's not. The Giga Crab strikes again, going through the mid lane. Shelly just doing her thing. Do have that top lane roam from the Mordekaiser. I think we're seeing a pattern with how this game's gonna go. Oh, they can definitely cancel.
Oh, wow.
Getting canceled teleports are gonna be able to push more in the mid lane. And now you gotta be worried if you're a Mordekaiser. He's got that realm available, but who will use it on? The jungler is available to be sent to the realm, but it looks like Pawsy Guy's the target. Pawsy Guy's probably gonna go down, but on the other hand, a Fancy Seal's not in a great place. This Seal's going extinct. Another kill for the Vladimir here. 7 stacks on that Dark Seal. He's scary.
Oh, yeah. You never want to feed a vampire.
Oh my goodness, that's slow. It's a great time to be vampire. Are you kidding? In this economy?
No, I said you never want to feed a vampire.
Oh, that's true. Oh, you got a good point there. he's certainly well fed today.
Oh yeah, got a lot of stocks.
Got a lot of stocks.
Good investments.
I didn't know that vampires were like tycoons. They were like day traders.
Oh yeah, you know, suck the.
I feel like it'd be kind of hard for a vampire to be a day trader.
It's an econ vampire.
It's an econ vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It can only go out when the stock market is open. When it closed. Okay, that's too much.
Okay. All right, businessman. Okay, Bloodthirster's gonna be purchased for Fyro. Big breakpoint. I mean, as we talked about before, this item is risky to build towards, but if you have the gold, if you're ahead enough to do it, it is a great investment. As you can see, that shield that he's gaining, it's gonna make him so much harder to kill, especially when it's already so hard to dive on top of Saya. I mean, you have this invulnerability that you can just go to. I mean, I don't know who on Bradley University even kills this champion right now. As now we see Fancy Seal and Pause Guy poking away at each other, trying to find some sort of advantage. I expect Fancy Seal to... Oh, Gianta.
Oh, whoa.
Giant Dust finds the Sheriff of Dirt. Do have that ultimate, but will it save him? He's got so much healing. Will he be able to turn the fight? Fyro is incredibly fed. He's going to be walking back, flashing away. Ooh, that recall doesn't...
Oh, no.
Shut down onto Sheriff of Dirt. Sorry, Dragon of Dusk, Sheriff of Dirt, same thing. Good play there by Charmin. Can't really say she's ultra soft anymore. Just a high quality toilet paper brand at this point.
Yeah, and that's gonna be really good for Bradley. Almost all of.
Oh, flash forward.
Oh,
He's gonna be able to pick up that kill. And another. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
He is gonna get away. They're gonna start the Baron off of that. That is a disastrous set of plays there for the Firebirds. You're giving up the shutdown to the Kane, the one person who you're worried about essentially on this team. You die in the bot side. Happy Samoyed isn't able to protect that tower. And now Baron, although they have to be worried. They have rotation.
Yeah.
They have Vi Ultimate coming up. They have Happy Samoyed. They have to be worried. This guy is bent. Going forward. Gonna be able to take out one. This there too low. Taking out two. A free Baron. Thank you very much, Bradley University. Receiving the Baron. Thank you for the leash, says Carthage. And they're gonna take that one and turn it around.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that we've been saying, tempo is one of the big things. They should have just reset there.
Oh, that, you know, I think that was very well said. They should have just reset. Definitely a questionable play. Getting a little excited, getting a little happy.
But I would say we did the exact same thing only a few moments ago.
That's pretty much exactly what happened. But giving so many shutdowns and the Baron is unfortunate, to say the least, especially with Vladimir now having 10 Dark Seal stacks and 5 kills. This guy is terrifying at this point. And we have...
Dragon is up in 20 seconds.
It's so tough because Carthage now has the item breakpoints that they need in order to fight this dragon, like, well. The MF is so far behind. Both of them are going... Both the mid and the bot lane are going Collector, which, I mean, fair enough. The one thing you have to look at, Rylai's on this Mordekaiser, and Death Dance now built for... Oh, wow. That is so much poke damage. See, this is what we have. It's just so tough for them to play. They don't have enough team cohesion. You can see this has 2 men ultimate there from Pop. Fancy Seal is trying his best, gonna be bursted down. Full time goes through everybody, but it's gonna matter. It's taken out by Fyro. He wants more. He's out for blood. Happy Samoyed dashing forward. It's Arn. He's the fed Vladimir, baby. Taking one by one. This will be an ace. Almost certainly Sheriff of Dirt. Man, he might need some more police officers to add to his force after watching that one. Gonna be taking the Dragon Soul, and they're firmly in the driver's seat of this game. It is their game to lose.
Most definitely, and we've been saying it before and we'll say it again. Just great team synergy and just separating them out. There's nothing much more to say.
Yeah, I mean, this is the risk of drafting a team like this. If you fall behind at all, you have 0 team fight. You have 0 side laning. It's a very risky draft, and this time it just didn't work out.
For sure, and like, let's see if the Firebirds can just end right here.
They will not be able to, but they will certainly take the inhibitor turret, especially with the Dragon Soul. It's gonna be tough for Bradley University to really resist this push.
Let's see. Oh, here they are.
Pause Guy walking away, not gonna be able to be slowed. Sheriff of Dirt is on the hunt. Pause Guy could be in trouble. You have the swing forward by Firehawk FC. He's got a lot of damage off. The Kraken Slayer is gonna do a lot of true damage. Now the real issue is Sheriff of Dirt coming on the side. Will he find Pause Guy? He does. Will he have enough mana is the real question. They have a lot of supporting. A really good sidestep there from W. Will Dragon Dust be able to turn this one around? He does have the ultimate available. He's going forward. He's charging it. He's going for the dash. He does get the initial burst of damage, but my goodness, Dragon Dust just melted. Fire having to flash away. He does have the ultimate available. He's running for his life. Great ultimate there from Pawsey Guy. They're just going to disengage.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary by going in and missing that, but
And getting melted, yes.
Yeah.
This is the downside. This is the downside of this assassin build that he's going for. I personally like I like the Eclipse on 5, but I feel like you really need to go these bruiser items after it because you are so frail. If you are diving in on one member, you are going to die that fight. Sure, you might pick up a kill, but you are 100% dead after you click R. It's very tough to play out unless you're like find a numbers advantage. Now I see the ultimate coming down onto Charmin, having to flash away. Bullet time going to be used to zone away Fire from the fight. But now Pawsey Guy's found a little bit of an angle. He does not have the ultimate available, but he'll have the W soon. The only issue is Spirit Rush is still up, so he's going to have those 2 free dashes. Is going to be able to get away.
Oh, and here's Pawsey Guy just chilling out. Little forward adventure.
Great game from the Firebirds thus far. Oh my goodness. How do you see Bradley University coming back into this one?
Picking the right fight. I mean, we saw right there with the Vi taking her out immediately. They do have some potential to put some damage done now. And I think just picking the right time and opportunity, whether it's flanking the back line, taking out Zaya right away, or just taking out their front line. Because really, I'd say just Vladimir and Sejuani can tank all of that so far. And yes, that is pretty much
that's it. Okay,
that is my iron
it's
review.
good commentary. It's good commentary. It's all true. The main issue here that I'm finding is that usually when you're behind like this, you want to be able to find these like cheesy kills, these picks onto the carries of the Firebirds. But you have Zaya and you have Happy Samoyed on the Vladimir, both of which can just go untargetable. They can both be invincible for a period of time that gives them that get out of jail free card that I talked about before. And now we're gonna see Pawsey Guy just kind of beat on this this Akshan for about 10 seconds before he dies. There it is, solo kill by Pawsey Guy, finding another one in the side lane. He's been a menace over there in that bot lane, taking out both the Misfortune and now the Akshan. And they're gonna look for a Baron play here soon enough. 50 seconds on that respawn. They have the numbers advantage. They have the gold advantage. They just need to find the kill. Dragon Dust is going to be able to get out of that one. Going to be using the Featherstorm to get out of danger. Fancy Seal is going to pick up the kill on the Fire most likely. Oh my goodness, oh! Damage. The Feathers are going to save him, but the trade will come through. Only issue is you have the teleport for Happy Samoyed coming through.
Nice.
Sheriff of Dirt is not going to find out his way out of this one, I don't think. It'll be, it's possible, but no. Not this time. Now going to be walking over to that Baron to try and secure that advantage. Or alternatively just pushing that top lane. He missed the Q on. I'm going to be having a conversation about him with that. Never mind.
Hey, you didn't mean.
League of Legends.
Yeah, but then again, that was really good. The entire team all grouped up together.
Yep.
And just using good momentum.
Just ran him over. Yep.
When it looks.
There's the Baron.
The free Baron.
So now.
Oh,
it's a really good lesson on when to and when not to start a Baron. Now you see how they're full health here. This is a very important part of the game where you don't start the Baron when you have no health. This is an issue that I think that Bradley University ran into earlier. They got a little excited. They want a team fight. They want to start Baron, but then the respawns came in too quickly, and they just lost that fight incredibly hard. So now they do have an option to be able to heal it, but they do not get it. Now they're a really tough team fight. 2-man ultimate is they immediately kill Firehawk FC, and now Dragon Dust in the backline to make immediately Charm to blow it up. This is the downside of that assassin build, but so much damage from Happy Samoyed. He's got so much healing. The jungler is going down. Pac is trying to run forward. Happy Samoyed's on the hunt. That's a one-team fight. They're going to look for more.
Very well done, but yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate seeing the Vi get obliterated again.
Yep. So, I mean, that's what happens when you build this way. Happy Samoyed is gonna have a field day here. He's got so much healing, but being in the Death Realm is a little bit rough, as you can see. It's oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh Vladimir's hilarious. Okay, they're pushing for the end here. They have fire, they have the tower damage to be able to do this, and they have the bulkiness too as well as the Baron buff. Gonna be a little bit more damage against those towers. They will have the respawn of Sheriff. They're coming up in about 8 seconds. So they're just gonna disengage, take what they can get. Be nice and smart about the way they end this game.
Yeah, not being greedy, it's always a good thing.
You know, that's fantastic that you said that. Greed, man, All my homies hate greed.
I think I know.
Teleport now for Mordekaiser. Oh, they do have a chance to, here's the weird thing. They have a chance to make a play on this dragon, but they would have needed to do it right away. They would need to make that decision right away, and now Fancy Seal's at half health. This is going to be really tough because now Fonziguy's got a great flank. Happy Samoyed's in a great position. Fire's found a great flank. Dragon Dust can be able to go right over the wall to cease and desist, can be able to pick off any target that he wants. You have that Dragon Soul coming through. This is going to be a rough team fight here for BU. 2 down already.
Wow.
This is a landslide victory here in the first game. Elder's going to be taken, and they're going to run
never over till it's over.
You're right.
Anything
You're
can
absolutely
happen.
right. I am excited to see the 3 members here of Bradley University outplay Dragon Soul, Elder buff, as well as the Baron
Akshan
here.
is still alive. Akshan can
that is
just
true.
revive everyone.
He absolutely
Trust
can
me,
revive
watch this.
Mordekaiser and the Kane, and they will turn the fight around. Okay, flashing forward is going to be able to pretty much instantly kill this Akshan here, asserting their dominance in this first game. Excited to see how Bradley University tries to turn this one around, because now we see 2 more kills here. This was not the ideal circumstance for game 1.
It's just like what you said before. It's just like those champs just did not synergize together.
true.
Whereas for the
Yep.
Firebirds, great front line, great back line,
Yep.
everything. Good CC, just good everything all around.
It was very
Everything
well
just-
balanced and safe team comp that they drafted. And I think that's. Here's the thing: that draft could be good in a world where they get ahead, but in these competitive games, there's just a lot more team play, a lot more factors that will be able to put you behind. Kane did 9,000 damage that game, nearly 10,000, almost less than the Ahri.
Oh wow.
That is really tough. If you're gonna pick Kane, you need to draft a team around him. You need to make sure that this Kane gets far enough ahead to actually be able to carry these team fights. But they didn't draft any of these supporting pieces to do that. So they really need to look forward here and really think about a more cohesive team, because honestly, I feel for them. I feel for players because it didn't feel like they could really play that team comp at all once it got past a certain point.
Yeah, and it was just extremely squishy. Just like Zai would just go 1-2 and then done.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, very tough.
it was a great first game for the Firebirds, and we'll be back with the second game.
We will absolutely, after this short little break, see how they team's going to be strategizing, adjusting. Excited to see how both teams look forward to it. But we'll go on that little short break. We'll be back with some more Carthage League of Legends.
The high Wheathen shoves that right over to the Lions half. Looks like this one's going in. Oh, you're kidding me! Don't ask. Don't we're behind. We're gonna see the barrage. The barrage.
Oh my gosh, Nico is just dominating right now.
What a play!
That's disgusting.
Oh my gosh!
That was disgusting.
let's get it knocking harder. I came to start the party, 'cause I'm the party. I'm the sport.
Welcome back, everybody. After an exciting first game, let's see what changes are going to be made to these two drafts.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, staying bans here for BU. Just really do not want to play against Yasuo Dana nor the Leona. Annoying picks. Hey, says 2K411. Love that guy. And that's okay. And that is okay. You know what? Because it was a good time.
Oh.
And we love. It's about. Can we say?
It's about that time.
It's about the vibes. It's about that time. There you go. See? In a minute, we're gonna need some sentimental bans because as you see, the Vladimir gonna be picked up from the last game. We won the first game, by the way. Chat. Since we're popping right, we love this. We love this. Yeah, not BU. Definitely not that game. Ari's gonna be the first pick. They love their Ari. We'll see if it goes mid this time. Maybe. Seraphine gonna be the first pick as well. Can't help but notice that this is probably the first draft that none of Fyro's picks have been banned. So he's got free reign for the first time in essentially his whole collegiate esports career.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
It certainly will. He's got the Xayah open, which I expect him to pick, unless he's feeling a little Zeri. Is he feeling a little Zeri? Nope. Okay,
Xayah.
Okay, that's fair. Pretty good. I don't know if you guys noticed, he's pretty good on that Xayah character. He is.
Oh, just a wee bit goated.
He was like top 200 Xayah at one point. He's
just
good.
a lot pick goated.
Pretty good. Pretty good on that Xayah pick. Are they going to pick the Misfortune again? And are they going to continue with this Ahri support? Because it's tough. It's tough to really get an advantage on the Ahri support. So
yeah,
we'll
it didn't work the best, I'd say, last time. Ooh.
Kai'Sa's the adaptation here. More of a dive pick, which is kind of interesting considering that's what Xayah's good against. But they could also be going more of a protect comp, which would make sense. But if you're going to do that, then I feel like you'd need Ahri mid. And if this is their patented Ahri support, then it could be difficult.
Yes.
Thank you. Hey, appreciate you, brother.
And looks like the Amumu.
I'm guessing this is going to be Kai'Sa Amumu. Assuming support can play Amumu, this is going to be Kai'Sa Amumu. I would like to see Ahri mid lane. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. The Vladimir was banned away, which was a great pick in the last game. You saw, despite getting killed early, he still was able to scale up and just do a ton of damage.
Oh, for sure. And he got full stacks eventually, and that was just amazing.
Okay, the Vigar is going to be the response here. So leaving that, I'm assuming they're going to ban the Sejuani here. I'm expecting, like Aatrox. Got to. Let's check. Let's check our notes that we never look at. I'm sorry. So Echo's an option. Okay, Mordekaiser, that's good. Or give you the ban. That's a good ban. That's a good ban.
Oh,
I like the Ornn ban.
especially because Ornn's in that cinematic.
Or he is in
The call.
cinematic. That's true. That's true.
It
You
gives
know
it
League of
power.
Legends.
Gives it power.
Okay, the Volibear are gonna be the last ban here. I'm assuming that's comfort here for whether it be jungle or top. And then this is one is gonna be the
Sejuani,
final
okay.
ban. So definitely, I like the bans out of Bradley University here, and I like their team comp so far. Assuming that Ari is going mid, I like this team comp a lot.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm a little bit nervous. Like, I always love seeing Sejuani on our team, so I'm kind of
Everything's fine.
oh.
Fine. Sorry, our screen just flashed for a second. We went through a crisis, but
Quick
it's fine.
flashbang. You know,
Right.
this is the wrong game though.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
I like this even better.
I like this pick. It's gonna be an exciting pick here. So Viego for Dragon of Dusk. It's something he's been playing a lot in solo queue. It's a champion that he really enjoys. So I love to see him playing it. But obviously, Reset City. If you can get a single kill with that ultimate available, it is essentially fight over. You need to shut this Viego down early. And luckily, they do have some really good picks to do so. They have this Ari and the Amumu, the CC that could be vital in stopping him. Okay, so it's going to be a Mumu jungle Blitzcrank support. I can deal with that. That's a solid pick. I think that Blitzcrank into most enchanters is really good. I think that Blitzcrank into Xayah is pretty good. Forcing out that ultimate is solid. I actually really like Bradley University's draft this time around.
Yeah, I'd say so, and it's all coming down to the last one. Let's see what they pick.
Top lane.
Aatrox?
Top lane.
Aatrox?
Aatrox is a choice.
Aatrox? Oh, that's my first one!
You did it! You did the prediction! All right, so Aatrox, good blind pick. We saw it in the last games with Carthage Red. It's a great success. I mean, even though Voltaire, even though they lost, he had some great games. So it's really hard to argue with this champion good. Poppy might be the counter pick. Would like to see some a little more bulk, but it's certainly doable. It stops the Amumu, it stops the Kai'Sa, it stops the Ari, and it stops the Aatrox. That's a lot of dash that you can stop with that Poppy pick. So hard to argue with the results.
Yeah, and what are you thinking? Which one won?
I like Bradley University's draft better, if I'm being entirely honest with you. I think that Viego into this team could be potentially rough. I think that Xayah just isn't fantastic into this team comp in general. Although the Amumu pick, it's tough. I just think that Bradley University has a little bit more cohesion, and I like the Blitzcrank pick into what Carthage has so far.
I will disagree with you on this one.
Tell me.
Viego, he is the king. He gets fed early on, becomes unstoppable.
Okay. So
And Ruination Part 2 will happen.
So let's talk about draft analysis. So one thing you need to look at with draft analysis, you can't look at what happens if the champion gets fed, because those sorts of.
Oh no, I was just saying that as a whole joke. Sorry about that, but I actually do kind of
like. Feel dumb.
I'm sorry.
I was taking it seriously. I was trying to give
No,
you
but in all
insight into the
seriousness,
draft.
I do like Carthage a little bit better. I just like the CC potential overall, and just like that Poppy. I think we saw it about 2 weeks ago. Poppy went up against us and shut down a lot of our a lot of things that would have boosted us forward. So I will give it to him.
That's fair. No, and I completely understand. They do
yeah.
have a good draft. I just think that Vigar into the Ari is going to be a rough matchup. I think that Blitzcrank into Xayah and Seraphine could potentially be a problem in the early game. And I'm worried about the efficacy of this Poppy outside of lane, because she's going to be stuck in top lane. That's one reason why it's picked in jungle so much. You're able to maximize her lockdown by roaming around the map, whereas now she might just kind of be stuck trying to match this Aatrox.
Yeah, but that'd be awesome. Feeding the top laner.
It would, because obviously there's two sides to that, because Poppy is good into Blitzcrank jungle.
Oh yeah.
It's a Blitzcrank jungle. I figured that would set it in a second. So
Oh, that's a.
it was buffed
wow.
recently. It is viable.
Oh.
It is
dear.
certainly viable. So I'm excited to see how it works out. I actually like that more. Got a question here coming in from Tech Guy. We'll call him Tech Guy. Does that make Poppy better? The answer, not exactly. The thing with Poppy is that she would be able to stop the stun. So how Amumu works is it is technically a dash. So he throws the bandage out, and when it connects with somebody, he dashes to them. So if Poppy were to put her W up, then the Amumu would actually be knocked up before he gets in range to really use any other abilities. So Blitzcrank is able to just kind of walk at this Poppy, not having to worry about that knock up at all. The fact that he doesn't have a dash is advantageous in this, like, when he's trying to gank.
I think I get it, but
What don't you understand?
I'm just so you're saying it from the Amumu point of view?
So from a jungle
Yeah.
point of view, the question was, does this jungle switch make Poppy a better pick in the top lane? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Now, okay. Now I got it.
So what I was saying was that Poppy is to some extent able to mitigate the, I said efficacy, I'll say it again, of Amumu's ganks, just because she can knock him up as he engages onto her. Whereas Amumu or Blitzcrank kind of can just walk at the Poppy and knock her up and then use the pull gank from there. So Poppy is worse into Blitzcrank jungle than into Amumu jungle.
Okay, there we go. Now it's clear for me. So I was a little bit nervous for this, but I was excited.
I'm excited to see how it goes. Once again, I do slightly like Bradley. Even with this Blitzcrank in the jungle, I do like Bradley University's draft better than Carthage's at the moment. But there's a lot of pop-up potential. And we've seen how good the bot lane duo of Fyro and Pac is, especially on their comfort picks. So that
For
could
sure.
100% turn the tide. But we'll have to see. Because we're going to take a short break to get spectator delay set up. And we will look into how this game goes and hopefully ease our friend here's nerves.
Oh, I'm
as we
always
go
going
into
to
the
be
game.
nervous.
We'll see
Always.
we will see you after this short break. welcome back to some more exciting Carthage League of Legends today.
That sounded sarcastic.
It was not. I'm excited.
It's so...
I was told there's something to look forward to, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
What's the surprise?
I don't know. We'll find out. Game 2 here. A lot of differences here in the draft. A lot more cohesive from Bradley University. Not like a solo queue draft. But now we're going to see 5-man bot. We might see an invade. Oh, it's Blitzcrank. Of course there's going to be an invade. It's Blitzcrank. He's got the hook. He does the hook thing. I hope that the Firebirds expect this, though, because this is super common. Anytime that you have Blitzcrank, anytime you have this amount of CC, you should really expect an invade. So we'll see how this goes. I really like how they're hugging the wall here. They're definitely got the good vision. But, yep, smart. Smart play there. Dropping that ward down, making sure they do not get caught by this early game invade. Now, I'm assuming... if I were Dragon of Dusk here, I would probably just go to the blue buff, try to clear that top side, because they're likely just going to try to grab his bot side. So, we'll see how this goes here. Still, they think that they're undetected, though. That's the main thing. Okay, I like this. So they're pinging, probably going to try to go to the blue buff. Instead, they'll be walking away, just grabbing that vision, making sure he isn't going there. A lot of trickery here from the Firebirds, but really good, my goodness.
Mind games?
Yeah, well, not mind games, but just clean play in the early game, like making sure that they don't get caught off guard by this invade. Ooh, okay. This I do like. Yeah, okay. Zaya stepping out. They're going to be grabbing that. I believe there was a question asked about will Zaya versus Moo be better? Yes is the short answer. I think that they'll be able to put enough damage on this Moo, who is fairly squishy in the early game, actually. To where these all-ins or these the damage that he's trying to put on Pak and Fyro will be negligible, especially when you have exhaust and heal. There's just so many ways to deal with what Amumu wants to do. So I think that Amumu will be better into this lane than, or worse into this lane than Blitzcrank in the bottom lane. Another interesting thing to check out, Firehawk FC now on support instead of mid. So switching their team around a little bit, trying to gain an advantage that way.
That's... yeah, oh, interesting.
It is. It's definitely an interesting change. And hey, I mean, anything that you can do to get an advantage, whether it be even like changing roles, and we saw it last time for Carthage B team last year, how they would be flexing roles around. You'd see Fyro in the jungle a little bit on that Kindred mainly. Yeah, just very, very interesting decision. Now you see Fancy Seal getting a lot of damage off onto Poppy in the early game. I feel like this should be a fine matchup here for Pawsey Guy, but it could definitely get tough quick. I mean, Aatrox, as we've seen before, is just such a difficult champion to deal with.
Oh, for sure. I mean, especially if you can hit the sweet spots like almost every single time. It's just, it's a lot of damage. And you can just heal up everything. You can just heal up everything. If
you really
feel
can.
like
I mean, the ultimate is so potent, especially in trying to repel the ganks coming his way. Now we see Dragon Dust padding towards the bot side, going to be getting a free Scuttle Crab here. And even not even having to worry about any of his camps getting stolen, just the main one. Now we have an engage onto Fyro here, but once again, like I talked about before, they don't have any damage in the early game. Double root here. They're going way too far in. They cleanse nothing, unfortunately. So now the cleanse is down for this Dragon Dust gank coming in. We have Pak giving that little speed boost. Another root.
Nice.
More damage. We have three flashes, but first blood goes over to Diego. He might be able to find one more. He flashes forward, gets the second kill. Pak 808 grabbing him, and man, very well played there by the Firebirds, picking up those two great pathing there by Dragon of Dusk, knowing that they'd be trying to push in this early game. Man, that is the perfect start there for the Firebirds.
It's great timing, great execution.
Oh, man. We love Diego, huh? The king, like you said, the king.
Oh,
The king.
The Ruined King.
The Ruined King.
Oh,
flash forward.
no!
This is what you worry about into this matchup. I mean, there are some things you can react to, but Flash Charm forward is certainly a tough situation to be in, and Veigar just does not have the damage to match Ahri in the early game. So try to, if I were Sheriff of Dirt, I'd definitely be looking towards the mid lane to try and be taking these picks, because Blitzcrank is one of those champions that doesn't get walled off by the cage as badly as some others, because he does have that hook that goes through any sort of walls or anything. So it's gonna be a much easier gank for him than, say, even in a Mumu.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I did not think it'd go down that way, but I have a lot of hopes for it. Ooh, a lot of hopes for it just because Vigor can infinitely scale. So
That's true. To some extent, it doesn't matter how far he gets behind, but at the same time, if this Arya is able to start roaming and get out on the map more, that is a big, big deal.
oh,
Okay, see, that is tough. Just face checking that bush, you have to be more careful. Knowing Dragon Dusk is there. He might actually get the Infernal Chains here, does, but Plus guy's
dear.
still on the chase. No, I'm not going to find anything there. Say well played there by Fancy Sealed, making sure, not even having to burn Flash, just using those chains, calmly walking away. Smart usage of Flash there, just not having to overcommit or anything.
most definitely. Cat's a clear head and didn't waste anything.
Yep, that's exactly what you need to see out of your top laner hand. This is what I was talking about.
Oh,
Perfect. Sheriff Dirt,
no.
taking up the pick in the mid lane, and now Charmin a little bit slow here to follow up. Does have the charm available, will hit it, so this will certainly get some kill here. Charmin now 2-0. This is exactly what I was thinking. You need to start going towards the mid lane. And looks like Sheriff Dirt had the same idea there.
Yeah, bit of a bummer there, but also not too worried. Still very early on in the game. We are up only about 100 gold.
Okay, Aussie guy can kind of sit back and be chill in this top lane. Just gonna walk away from that ultimate. He still has the ultimate available for himself. And it's just gonna reset. He does have the teleport available, so he's gonna be able to catch that wave. Although a slight advantage going to Fancy Seal there. Oh no, he used Flash. So that's actually very big for Aussie guy, expending that summoner spell. Now Fancy Seal is gotta be really worried about these ganks coming in from the Viego.
Here comes the TP.
Yep, as I said, TP coming in, catching that wave, making sure not losing any experience. Very good reset there. Just knowing that you don't have to overextend and worry about that too much. Indeed. Looks like Dragon is going to be the next target here for the Firebirds. Just continuing that Dragon stacking that we've seen all day from each team, actually. I really like how they played around this objective.
Yeah, for sure. It's a little bit different than what our red team does. Where they're like expending a few dragons, find a few.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it usually.
Yeah.
Gonna get that stun. It's gonna be a pretty good trade here onto Fancy Seal. Once again, he still does have that ultimate available. So that knockup is still there for Pause Guy should he decide to go for a kill.
So now with being solo in the lane, how does that how do you execute that ultimate to a good level? Because it does the whole spinning thing and knocks people back.
If you don't charge it, then it will just knock up.
Oh, okay.
So I think that what he's going to try to do is when the Aatrox is low enough, just try to CC combo him for long enough so that he can't heal too much and pick up the kill. So essentially what that would look like is Eing him into the wall, pushing him to the wall, stunning him, using his Q, knocking him up, getting the auto attack off, and then just trying to beat him to death from there.
Ooh.
Yep, something like this, but just didn't really get enough auto attacks off to get enough damage. As now you see the Ahri is roaming to the top lane. Good vision there by Happy Samoya just to know exactly where this Ahri is going. They're going to have to continue to do that if they're going to want to keep a victory here. Now you see Sheriff Dirt going to be hex flashing forward. Fire will pick up the kill. Will also miss that now with feathers. Okay, they're going to pick that one up. Oh, the dash is going to be stopped there. Charmin is in a little bit of trouble. Going to be able to dash forward one more time to be able to take that kill. Kind of a questionable flash there. From Pawsey Guy, but now you see in a little bit of a weird spot. They're under a tower. Dragon Dust does have the ultimate available. He's gonna get this off almost certainly. Charmin is down. The cage is down. Fancy Seal's in trouble. 2 kills go to the side of the Firebirds.
Very nicely done.
Oh, that's tough. You
Wow.
cannot do that. Flashing forward, that's gonna be a kill. Fyro picking up his second now. He's getting rolling.
Very nicely done with that. That's going to be about a 2k gold lead for the Firebirds.
At 8 minutes.
Oh, wow.
That is a lot. Or 9 minutes, I guess. But now also another objective to be taken by Dragon of Dusk here. The 2 main carries that I would be looking at for this game are both 2-0 and 2 with decent CS. So this is going exactly the way that Carthage needs it to.
And it was really nice that that the Vigor also got a kill in that last fight as well. Just bringing him back up to speed. Because definitely in the thing, the vision was really good by Happy Samoy. Then going up there, great cage being put down. Really good teamwork.
Yep, you have to be careful when you roam, because just because you have that advantage initially doesn't mean that the mid laner can't just follow you up there. And that's exactly what happened. They were just not aware of that possibility. Ooh, gonna get a nice little stun there, but I think he might have enough damage. Ooh, does miss the initial Q, so that's essentially going to ruin his trading from now on out. Oh, he's in trouble. This isn't. I feel like he punched a little bit more, but now Sheriff Dirt is going to be in a great position to get this hook. Jukes out of the way of the hook. Well played there by Pawsy Guy. Now, if they're able to catch this Kaisa here, a little bit of a tough position. Pac does have the ultimate available, does hit the slow, flashing away. So now no flash, and Pac does have the ultimate.
That was interesting.
It certainly was. Well put. Very interesting play. Ooh. Rubbing on the top side, Pawsy Guy does know that this play is coming, though. Just going to walk away from that dive. Very smart play there.
Looks like Happy Smut. Oh, nope, never mind. I thought going on a little adventure, but oh dear.
Yeah, Happy Samoyed. Yeah, that's tough. I think might just go down here. Really great charm, and now Sheriff Dirt is almost certainly going to follow up with that hook. There it is. The flash will be available for Happy Samoyed very soon, but it looks like this could be the end of him. Sheriff Dirt picking up his first kill. Would have liked to get that to the Ari, just continue that scaling, keep giving her that gold, but honestly, it's not a bad thing giving it to the Blitzcrank.
Yeah, just evening out the KDs around.
Getting that bot turret first is very big, though. Ooh, also pushing out. This could be a potential kill here for Pawsy Guy. He does have a lot of damage. Oh, if he actually knocked up the Aatrox there, he would have gotten the kill because he would have been able to stay in for that second hit of his Q. So Pawsy Guy would have just certainly picked up that kill there, but feeling a little bit of tentative maybe, just wanting to play even, that's fine, but definitely could have got that kill there.
For sure, but as the old adage goes, better safe than sorry.
And that's
Just in case.
It's not a bad idea just to play out this lane skill because you are going to be slightly more useful in teamfights. Just going for it now, trying to get that extra damage off. Yeah, does not quite get that stun there. So great thing about that last play, now both Dragon of Dusk and Fyro got that first turret gold. So it's a lot of gold into the pockets of the carries of the Firebirds. Especially with this dragon coming up, this is exactly what you're looking for if you are on the team. If you're a Firebirds fan.
Yeah, going up about 2.5k gold. Really nice. We're about 12 minutes in. Dragon spawning in 5 seconds.
Going up 2,500 gold at 12 minutes is a lot bigger than you'd expect. Because that is a net, what, for each player, about 500 gold? 500 gold is over a component. I mean, that's a lot of stats for the Firebirds. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's going to be for Null, but he is caught out. He is in the middle of nowhere. That's going to be one kill there. Just Fyro taking him out, grabbing a kill, grabbing the dragon. Does get poked over the wall, but the ultimate will be available. He will be looking out if he chooses to. Just instead trying to go for this Kaisa. Nothing gonna be happening here. Good ult there from Pac. Just gonna be trying to get away. The Predator is gonna be popped, and they're just gonna walk away from this one.
Cage helps out and slows the pressure up.
Yep, very good Cage. They're just stopping that aggression. They know that Ari does not have ult anymore. They could honestly choose to turn this fight again, but instead opted to be safe. They got the dragon. They got what they came for. They need not press anymore.
Yeah, it's really good not being greedy. Oh.
POV Midwesterners watching League of Legends.
Oh, don't you know?
Don't you know? Now walking up to the top lane there, going up north. Checking out what these guys are doing.
Oh dear, would you look at that?
Ah, just pushed them right into the wall. What do you say?
Oh, I say, oh, sorry I bumped into you there, pal.
Let me squeeze right past you. That's funny seal over to the Pawsy Guy, trying to get some good trades off. Now we see Sheriff Dirt in a really good position. And Pac just coming over to say hello, but it looks like Sheriff Dirt's gonna get to her first there.
A little bit of a bummer there, but that's okay.
Okay, Dragon of Dusk. Now Dragon of Dusk coming up north, trying to maybe going up to the boat.
Going pontooning.
Pontooning does flash away, but you still have the Heartbreaker available. Doesn't have to go for it. I feel like he should have went all in. Would have been fun. Would have been entertaining. Would have seen some shebang.
A little silly.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Silly.
One interesting thing that I forgot to note earlier, usually this jungle Blitzcrank goes lethal tempo. Gives you a lot more damage. I think it's a big mistake actually to go the Hail of Blades. You're just missing out on a lot of damage. The W giving you that massive attack speed bonus allows you to stack lethal tempo very, very quickly, which makes you a incredibly strong duelist in the early game once you hit this Nashor's Tooth power spike. But now it just doesn't hit as hard. Like sure, you get a little bit more early damage, you get a bit more burst, but you're sacrificing that DPS a lot with Hail Blades instead of lethal tempo.
For sure. I'm very interested to see like what the mentality, or if it was like a misclick or something.
I doubt it. It seems like this is what he wanted to go for. And it's an option because once again, it does give you slightly more burst. So your combo with your hook and your knockup will do more upfront damage, but you are missing out on that DPS.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a stylistic thing. It's player's choice, honestly.
Oh, and big battle coming up here.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Next objective to look for will be this Rift Herald, though. It looks like they do want to move people up to it. BU is here first, but I'm not sure if that will matter. They're going to get a lot of initial damage here off on Firehawk FC. Chunk to half health. He's going to be not able to go in anymore, I don't think. I mean, being put in half health as an engaged champion is very rough, but hook over the wall might actually change it. You do have Pause guy who's going to be ulting out one member. Now you get Fire on the backside, coming out so much damage. Already taking out one, the exhaust going out onto Charmin. There is the team fight. That's what they were looking for. He still is a 4v3 though. You have to be careful. Vigar is still not here. You still do have Pac down. That ultimate will not be available. Good hook on the Pawsy guy. He'll be going down. Now a 2v4. Although you do have Happy Smoke on the other side. Fire is going to be able to get the ball. He will have a ton of damage from the feathers here. But Dragon Dusk is not going to be pushing forward anymore. Keep in mind, if Dragon Dusk does get one reset, this fight is likely won. They could push this farther. They could still look for this. But no,
unfortunately, does not have ult.
Yep, just opting instead. Just play this one safe. Keep scaling. Keep stacking those dragons.
Still a little bit of a gold lead, about 400 gold, I'd say. But still a bit of a bummer. That was not what the Firebirds were hoping for.
No, not at all. You certainly were looking for a one-team fight there. But Pac getting hooked over the wall and Pause really, really fantastic. By the way, great hooks there by Sheriff of Dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly what you need when you're going to be picking this Blitz jungle. You need that early game impact, and he has shown that he's able to do it. 2-0-3, involved in 5 of the 7 kills here for Bradley University. He needs to continue putting on pressure like that if he wants to be as useful as possible.
For sure. And even so, even with it, if they do choose to, like, or if they do die a lot, they still have that hook, and that hook is just amazing. You know, just take someone out of the team fight, reposition them somewhere else. It is not to be messed around.
Indeed. 2 pretty important things to look at, though. Those 2 resets stopped by the Firebirds are actually really big, because now they won't be able to really contest this dragon at all, as Pause Guy has found a lot of damage here onto Fancy Seal, although he still does have that ultimate available. The World Netter could be utilized at any moment to turn that fight. Instead, just jockeying around for this dragon. A lot of poke damage put down onto Pocket away, but I don't know if that'll matter. They still have so much power in the Viego and in this Zaya. I mean, they got to be careful with starting this one.
They're just playing it nice and safe. Do you think they should go for it or just opt to leave it alone?
Ooh, I think that's a bit of a mistake. They were playing it slow enough where Pause to get... Yeah, see... No, that was definitely a misplay. You should have just waited long enough to teleport to that. See the control board right with the blast cone there? That's where he should have went. He had enough time to just reset and get his full health too. So now you've sacrificed the top lane and you're kind of on a ticking timer, because the longer that you wait to make this play on the dragon, the longer this Aatrox has to split push. So you really just have to make up your mind now on what you want to do.
Yeah, I say just leave it alone.
Oh, does dodge it. That's massive. So now, forced to use ultimate, that's actually a massive, massive cooldown. They can walk towards this dragon to make a play for it, but no, they just do not want it.
And with that, it looks like Bradley will be in the lead.
Slightly, though. Keep in mind.
Oh, very slightly.
These dragons are still available, and Fyro is still very, very ahead. He did miss that one. That route was probably going to stop him from getting the kill there, but stopping the Aatrox from split pushing is also big. The only other issue is that you invested 2 members, taking them away from mid lane, so now Bradley University will likely claim this mid lane tower. Oh, going to be engaged on here. Pops the W a little bit late. Now Dragon is almost certainly going to be comboed. Taking out one, knocking out another. Pause the guy. Good play, but just not going to be enough to salvage that fight. Slowly but surely, BU is crawling their way back into this game.
Yeah, so what is the main thing that the Firebirds need just to stop them in their tracks? And
stable team fights. They needed to just play front to back and let Fyro output enough damage to win these, but they keep finding themselves at these numbers disadvantages, keep getting picked like we've seen time and time again. And quite frankly, Sheriff of Dirt, once again, has played this fantastically, finding all the people that he's needed to, getting the hooks, and setting up this Ahri for success.
For sure, and they got a lot of damage done in the mid lane, so it's gonna be tough, but one good team fight, and
Absolutely. One positive for the Firebirds is it looks like the Ahri is going to be going Banshee's Veil second, sacrificing a absolute boatload of damage instead of going Shadow Flame, which is fantastic into this team, considering you have the shielding from the Bloodthirster that the Xayah will be building. You have the shielding from the Seraphine, along with the significantly better stats. Also, the spell shield that Banshee's Veil will give you here will be almost negligible. As you can see, really good ult there. Really fantastic combination there. There you see the bot lane duo dominating as they should. And Charmin taking a questionable fight there, 1v2. Getting a little bit too cocky with that lead.
And gives that bounty over to the Xayah. That's going to be really nice for her.
Now, Dragon Dust is here to stop this one. They do have the Whirlwind available. That extra movement speed and Omni-Vamp will be there. He also has the Flash, so this could actually be a way to get out, although Fire was in a great spot. You do have the extra movement speed. He might just be able to run away. They should have probably wrapped around a little bit differently in order to get to him there.
Looks like Cappy Samoyed's just chilling in the bot lane, just hanging out.
Yeah, just farming, doing their thing, looking for some kills, getting that stun, forcing out the cleanse. That's a big cooldown, actually.
Oh, yeah. Love that skin.
Battle Boss Fire.
Battle Boss.
Very good one, for sure. Wonder how much gold.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. Flashing away. Curse the Sad Mommy comes through. You hate to see the Amumu picking that one up, but still, a kill's a kill at this point.
Yeah. And it looks like with that, the
bot tower's going to go down, yeah. Definitely a less clean game so far from the Firebirds, but it's very within reach. They certainly have the scaling to come back, and this Blitzcrank is going to start falling off. He's going to start being less and less useful as the game drags on, just because of the nature of his kit. He's not super great in teamfights as you get into this mid and late game.
Yeah,
Pause guys
sure.
gotta be careful here.
Let's just hope that they
Pause guys gotta be careful here. Charm just missed. That's massive. They do have the members in order to burst him down. So much damage coming from this Naturalist 2. He's gonna be stunned, rooted into this wall. Now won't be enough damage. Flashing away the Sheriff of Dirt. He's gonna get away. Nothing happening there except a flash expended.
Yeah, that could have been a lot more disastrous.
It certainly could have, but something look at Kaisa just free farming and free pushing this bot lane. They're gonna give her the full turret gold for this one. That's not what you want to see. 600 killed worth of gold right there.
Oh,
they gotta be more mindful of where these split pushes are coming from.
Oh, there's Pyro. Oh,
Pyro playing way too far up. You gotta be careful. The ultimate is available for him.
Nice.
He's gonna be knocked up really hard. They're by Fox. They're gonna be able to turn this one. One down already. Firehawk FC is not in a great spot. Fire's gonna kite him down. Now going in is the Ahri and going down. Dragon of Dust taking the hook champion, just like his support. My goodness.
I thought it was a little bit questionable at the start, but it worked out. What a great Seraphine ultimate, and what a great escape that the Xayah made.
It certainly did. I mean, I feel like they had that play all the way. Despite the fact it looked bad at the start, it was almost like a bait, and now they're going to go for a 3-man Baron. Without the jungler to contest, this is a really good play. I think they're going to be able to push their advantage, reset, and then probably try to make a play on this dragon, get to soul point.
Yeah, that's going to be really helpful, and Aatrox
can't
going
do
in.
anything. Please.
He's just saying hi.
Mind the Aatrox. Aatrox is a champion. Still can do something.
Oh, what?
Aatrox stealing the Baron is going to go down, but that is a tough break there for the Firebirds, as now they're not going to have that extra bit of gold to go for this dragon. The Kai'Sa's already there. The Blitzcrank's on the way. They might actually catch them rotating as well.
That is not what the Firebirds needed right there. That... Oh,
not at all. And now, as I said before, caught on the way to rotation. Now you see Kaisa putting a ton of damage on Fire. They cannot fight over this dragon.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Very tough break there for the Firebirds. Still very close in gold, but the way that these objectives are happening is definitely difficult.
Yeah, for sure. Then that's going to be, like I said, that's the second drag for them. That does not put the Firebirds in the best position. They're going to have to start choosing these fights very carefully again.
It certainly doesn't, but one good thing to look forward to is the Infinity Edge power spike coming up on Fire. He's still very strong, still 7-1-4 with 184 farm. I mean, he's still somebody you have to worry about. So there's that.
Yeah, that was good. That.
Man. What a play there by Fancy Steel to go ahead and steal that Baron. That was great timing on the Infernal Chains there. Just once again, unfortunate break. But just gotta look forward after that. You can't let that weigh you down if you're playing this game. It's very easy to let that tilt you and just get frustrated with it. But you have to keep in mind, you have these scalers on the side of the Firebirds that you can match the champions on BU. This is far, far from over. So just because you had that one tough break does not mean that you are out of this game.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. Let's just hope that good team synergy, one good fight. And
That's all it would
Firebirds
take.
will bring it back.
The issue is, compared to last game, they don't have a front-to-back team fight that really works with the traditional ADC like Xayah. The advantage of the last game was that they had these frontliners that could just kind of stand in front of the other team and soak damage for Xayah to get that DPS off. But this game, you really don't have that. You have Poppy, who ultimate does come through. He's going to get that charm. He's going to get a great CC combo. Schefter is certainly going to go down here. Just a matter of who they're going to give the kill to. Fyro will take this one. Really good pick there.
That's going to help out with the Infinity Edge build. Ooh.
Okay, now we're fine. It certainly will. He was close to it as is. He likely has it now. So, I mean, that's a very big pick to get. As you can see, now only down 1.3k gold. This next team fight is going to determine a lot of how this game will end.
For sure. Hopefully going over to the Firebirds' favor, but
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
Yeah, one thing to look at is that because of how Kai'Sa's passive works, she actually has to delay her Infinity Edge until her 5th item so she can upgrade her E. So she can get that invisibility when she uses her E. So that means that Fyro will be doing a little bit more damage than the Kai'Sa, but this Kai'Sa will be slightly better at evading the aggression that comes her way. So there is some trade-off there, just with how mobile Kai'Sa is in these team fights. But there are certainly a lot of ways to catch the Kai'Sa, even with how silly her mobility is. Wonder what the Firebirds are looking at here, because there's a lot of different things you could do. There's nobody catching mid wave. It looks like Fire's gonna be there now. You got bot lane pushing out a little bit of vision to protect him. He's got to be careful though for any sort of rotation. I think the best course of action is just to have Dragon Dust clear those camps that he's got up right now and have Fyro sit in that middle lane, continue to funnel him gold, and let him carry the game.
Yeah, I'd just say either that or sit in a bush. I think.
Sitting in a bush is always a good option.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue with sitting in a bush. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, but not that bush.
My
Not that
goodness.
bush.
Fyro is caught. The ultimate will likely not save him. The ultimate comes through there for the Kai'Sa, but a lot of damage has been put on the members of BU here. This could be turned. You have one reset. That is massive. Dragon Dust gonna get a second one here. That's number 2. Each opting not to go for it. Flashing away is Joeyson. As that Dragon Dust still walking forward, does get pulled in. Great hook there by Sheriff Dirt. Another kill going over to the Kai'Sa. Now this fight is being turned. Pause the guy is low. The reset is given over to the Aatrox. He puts that cage down. Might be able to save his life. Stopping there, flashing forward. Doesn't get the knockup. Does get the chains though. This is a fight for the... Not for Bradley University, honestly. Can't say fight for the ages. But X flashing over. Or sideways. Samoyed. Likely not going to be able to... likely not going to be able to get away there. Or maybe they just... Okay, have to play waddling away here. But still, big fight. Especially with Dragon coming up. All that gold given over to Bradley University. That is very difficult to deal with. And now you see Fyro and Joey Joyce are just trying to 1v1. The hook comes through again. This blitzcrank. Samoyed also going to be going down here. Man, especially right before that Dragon. That is very difficult. That is tough.
Before all of that, Kai'Sa's had 0 kills, and that's 5 to her in the span of like a minute and a half.
Yeah, so she definitely has a Phantom Dancer. She has definitely components towards Infinity Edge, and she is going to be starting to do a lot of damage. We need to get a kill onto her soon.
Yeah, the gap is closing very quickly. Firebirds need to find something and just go with it.
Yeah, it's they're pulling out in front. I mean, Bradley University is slowly solidifying their lead, just continually punishing the mistakes of the Firebirds, getting caught out over and over again. There you saw Fyro just face checking that bush and immediately getting punished for it. Despite the fact that you had members there, they weren't going to be there soon enough to make a difference in that fight. Third Dragon now, Soul Point going over Bradley University. An Ocean Soul would be incredibly difficult to deal with. Just so much healing, especially when you already have 3 Ocean Drakes. That's so much base health regen that you're going to get. Any sort of poke that you put down on this team is going to mean essentially nothing. And now, see, the tough thing, now they're kind of opted and they kind of are forced into taking this fight at the Baron.
At a 4K gold deficit, this is not looking good.
It
Still,
certainly isn't, but once again, you still do have the Veigar, you still do have Fyro. This is not over. You just need to find that 5v5 they've been looking for.
Where would the best place to start would be aggression
forced to
first,
fight.
or
They need to play off of Pac's ult. They need Pac to get a really good ult. That's the main thing. You need to have Pause the guy knock away a few members of the Bradley University, and you need Pac to find a good Seraphine ult, and then you can continue the engagement with Dragon of Dusk, getting a reset, hopefully winning that fight. So just need to have some clean team fighting here, and you also need to be mindful of the Blitzcrank hook. And I feel like they really need to be more wary of what that change in position can do. As wow, that's a really creative way to steal the red buff. I actually like that quite a bit. That was pretty cool.
think
But
smarter, not
yeah,
harder?
absolutely. One thing that Bradley University could do to push their advantage a little bit better is to start this Baron right now. There's there's not much that can be done. Oh, Kai's gonna be caught out. Although it does use the cleanse way too early. The ultimate isn't gonna be used. Ulting forward, getting picked off. Fyro is in a little bit of a tough spot. 2 people knocked away. They're gonna have a lot of feathers here. They're gonna be able to take out Fancy Seal. That's a big pick. A big pick indeed. Happy Smart going down. He's a little bit behind, so it's not as big of an issue. Dragon of Dusk is full health, and you do have that chunk onto Joey Joeyson. This could be the fight that they want. I would push for an advantage if I was the Firebirds. I would look for a fight here. You have the ultimates available that you need. You have Pac's ult, you have Dragon of Dusk's ult, you have no ult on either the Amumu or the oh my goodness, Kaisa, but now they're trying to push this forward now. This is the issue when you draft Poppy as your top laner. You don't have any real hard engage. This is why they banned the Sejuani and the Ornn. If they had Ornn or Sejuani in this position, this would be much easier to play out, but now they're just so tentative. They don't really know what to do here. You need to really, in these moments, you need to be able to push your advantage.
Yeah, it's just like what you said. It's exactly what I'm getting at. That's why I love Sejuani. You get so much more mobility and just the ability to jump on someone, taking them out of the fight, stopping them in their tracks, and it's just a bummer.
It absolutely is, and yeah, this Kaisa now has that Infinity Edge prospect. I don't know what item she's going last. Maybe Nashor's Tooth to try to upgrade her W. I think that a GA would probably be a little bit better for her here, but it's certainly an option, trying to get your W upgraded to do a little bit more poke damage. But now, as we see, they're going to be going for this Baron. Dragon's going to be up in a minute 45 coming up, so they have to be really smart about how they play out this fight. They need Dragon Dust to get a reset. They need Fire to stay alive, and more importantly, they need a great ult from Pac 808.
Yeah, this is getting really tense.
Absolutely. I mean, this next moment will decide the game. If the Firebirds lose this fight, they will lose the game. Baron will be taken, Dragon Soul will be taken, and they will push to Nexus. So they need a clean team fight coming up here. Misses the hook. That's a good start. They do have a lot of members there, so it's almost better that he missed the hook. Because if not, then maybe the Firebirds would have been able to collapse. But now you see Pyro resetting. Trying to maybe get that item spike a little bit sooner. Lord Downrush Heroics is online now for Fyro. That is a big power spike. It's what you would need to win this next fight here. So far quiet, but I feel like, okay, it looks like they're just going to be waiting it out, playing for this dragon, going for the Dragon Soul. It is certainly an option, although, once again, I feel like if BU just forced a fight at Baron, it would be so hard for the Firebirds to respond. They don't have enough gold to really fight them right now. So it is a risk, but it's a very calculated risk. You're rolling a loaded die with that play.
Yeah, but opting to go the safe route is always a good option as well.
I don't know if it's the safer route, honestly. I feel like this open space, this might be a little bit easier to fight in. I mean, the positioning here, they have 2 members up in top lane, no TPs here. I mean, sure, Sheriff Nurse is just going to walk away. They do have a fancy seal here as well, but this is still a 4v3. They have to be careful. You have Happy Samoyed holding it down in the top lane, able to teleport whenever he needs to. So this could be soul point here for the Firebirds, which would be nice. But you need to worry about the split pushing as well, because they could very well just end the game. Happy Samoyed does not have the damage to really stop either of these members from pushing out the tower. Now you do get the hook, you do get the engage. Fyro is a little bit low, but the ultimate will in fact save him. So much healing for Fancy Seal. 2 members down, but that's not the end of it here. They do need to get this dragon, and they need to reset soon, and they need to stop this split from happening.
There goes.
Very good play there. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
right. Okay.
Uh,
I thought Aatrox
Yeah,
the dragon, and I about lost my mind. 2-person ultimate there, but nothing to follow up. They're in trouble. This is not a great play. This is actually a disastrous play, as I've said so many times tonight. So many disastrous plays. This is going to be a Baron here for the Firebirds. Wow, what a turn.
That's gonna
I am baffled. I don't know what's happening.
Hey, it's only 10:46.
I know. It certainly is. Baron, this completely turns the way that we look at this game, because they're going to be able to get so
Let's hope this
much
time it isn't stolen. There we go.
Yep, no steal that time, and they're gonna push this advantage very hard. They have the gold to do it. This Vigar will have the Rabadon's power spike. We're gonna have Maw Melamortes coming online for the Viego. We're gonna have another BF sword for Fyro here. So, oh my goodness.
I love that you know all the names for it. I'm like, okay, which one do I know? I know John's. I know Infinity Edge. I know Crack.
Man, what a turn of events here. Interesting that Kaisa has opted to sell the Blasting Wand for a needlessly arrowed rod. So instead of having, what is it? I don't remember how much AP. Instead of having 40 AP, you get 60 AP.
60.
That's good. That's a bit of a spike here. Looking for the Rabadons out of the Ahri. So the next play is almost certainly to get these split pushing lanes. What I would do is I would make a call. I want Poppy in the bot lane. I want 4 mid, and I want to really look for a fight. They are not down a lot of gold anymore. They have a lot of really good item breakpoints, and they have the Baron buff. They need to push this Baron. They need extra gold. If they do not start the aggression now, this will be a wasted Baron, and they will need to wait another 5 minutes to do anything. Ooh, this is big. Where are you at? Thank goodness. That was what we needed. Now we need to push. We need to push the waves. That's what we need.
Aye, Captain.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Aye, Captain. Okay. Whew. See? Okay. Ideally, I would like the champion that can knock other champions away towards base in the side lane, but this is doable. Viego in the side lane is not horrible. Funneling him some extra gold is not the okay. Catching up the Aatrox in the side lane is great, but we need to push the mid lane. We need to get more gold.
Money's power.
Money is power. Time is money.
And I like
money. What is? Oh my goodness. Okay, Veigar does have a lot of. On the right side, it's a 37-minute game, and Veigar has a ton of AP. So he's gonna start one-shotting things very soon here. That's a benefit. Why are you doing barrier?
Huh?
Nothing. It's fine. Slight itemization choices are. Man, my gears are just being grinded tonight. This is.
I think
this is.
Is this even real? Are we in a tree?
Yes. It's
sure?
real. It is certainly real. We're sitting in bushes. Look at us. We're sitting in bushes.
We never do.
Oh, going in. This is a good thing to find here if they're able to get the CC chain. Oh, not quite. I would have liked a little bit more. Big ultimate here from this move. He does get 3, but it doesn't matter. It's got such a big numbers advantage. This is almost certainly going to be one-man fight here for the Firebirds.
There we go.
2 kills here for Seraphine. Likely 1 more. They still have the Baron buff. They need to run mid right now. Please run mid right now. Please. Please.
You okay?
No. They're looking for the mid lane. Baron buff is no longer there, but they will be able to find an inhibitor turret almost 100%. 30-minute respawns. 30-minute? My God. Okay. 30-second respawns here. They're getting at the inhibitor turret. They get the root on the Charmin. Charmin's gonna have to ult out. Spirit Rush is a massive cooldown. I've talked about it all night. That mobility wins team fights. They're gonna get that inhibitor turret back off here. Get their gold. Hopefully continue on this trajectory. Yeah. What are your thoughts, buddy?
I don't know if my brain's working right now. It's really late. But all I know is one thing: our gold lead is back, setting up for Dragon Soul. So
yep, the issue is we didn't reset, so we can't spend any of that gold.
Oh,
and now we're late, so we're gonna have to sit here with that unspent gold. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. Let's get it.
Yeah, everybody's ultimate is up. You still have Happy Samoyed scaling. I mean, Rabadon's on this champion is a menace. So, if anything, that's a plus. This is gonna be a tough team fight. Firehawk FC caught out again. Where are you? Sorry. Big team fight. 2-3 person ult there for Pop. One person sent out there. That's the Poppy. One team fight essentially instantly. That's gonna be Dragon Soul most likely outside of a steal here for Sheriff Dirt. He doesn't have Hex Flash available. He could Hex Flash in there, but it looks like Posy guy has different plans. The Dragon Soul is there. They're pushing for the victory. They have 2 people to worry about. They're looking at the mid lane. They've got the inhibitor down. They got the super minions pushing. They're running. They're going.
They're getting attacked by W's.
Yep. Sorry. The commentary is incredible. They're gonna put that game flashing forward. Charmin is gonna have to once again ult away. The Firehawk FC is up. He does have the ultimate available. That's not gonna be damage. Come on. This ult, but will it matter? They have so much damage on the Nexus. They're trying. They're dealing damage to the Nexus. They've got it. Yes. Oh my gosh.
What a game.
Oh my god. That was so stressful. It didn't need to be that stressful.
It had to be exciting though.
It was. It was exciting. I hope it's exciting. That's the goal. True, the Pock ults are fantastic. Love to see it, chat. Blitz, jungle, yeah. Head in hands, agreed. My goodness. All right. What a game. Wow. Oh. We don't get stats. Game crashed on exit. So that's okay though. I think we know what happened. Fire did a lot of damage.
Yes.
I'm assuming that Winnie did a lot of damage. Kaisa got pretty ahead there.
A little too ahead.
Like scarily ahead.
But what changed? What turned the ties there?
Amumu.
I was just about to say that, but I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, it's tough because you get that late in the game, and especially when you're playing an engaged champion, you're like really want to make those plays.
Yeah,
you want to go in. So sometimes you'll find yourselves in these positions where you're just too far away from your team. Like you see the engage, you see, oh, here's my 5-man Amumu ult. You're just too far away from your team to really make anything happen. I think that's what happened there. He was just really, really trying hard to look for the engage, but he couldn't. And that's honestly what sealed it. I mean, Amumu got caught 3 times in the last 3 fights, and that just down numbers each time. It's really tough to win from that position.
Yeah, it just propelled us forward. Viego taking the soul of Amumu and then just working with that, using their own abilities against them.
Who do you think the MVP is for this game? It's Fyro. The late game.
I was trying to remember the name, but all I could hear was Viego in my head.
Viego? Okay, yeah, Viego had
No, it's just Viego. Not like this.
I'll tell you what, I'm personally going to be giving it to either Pac or Fyro, which is great because they're both in the poll. The late game is also an option.
Oh, wait, we got a poll?
I don't know what late I'm like the Veigar scaling or just like the plays that were made in the late game. Okay, I think I know who I'm giving the MVP to then. Because those late game plays for the Firebirds were fantastic. But yeah, Pac did have some great ults. It's certainly a great pick.
What did I vote for?
What a tense vote here. Oh my gosh, it's tied up. It's so tied up. Ooh, 3. That might Fyro gets another one though. Great participation from the chat here. We're loving it.
I want to participate.
Go for it. Who are you giving it to?
Hey, I don't have to.
I'm so sorry. All right, my goodness. I'm sorry. Oh, we got another. Okay, everybody's in on this. Who is it gonna be? Let's see.
Wait, I haven't.
Late night League of Legends. Oh, that can't. That's got to be. Oh, Pac wins.
I didn't vote yet.
Yeah, too late. Sorry. My goodness. Thank you so much for joining us on this wild ride. We love seeing you at 11 at night, watching some League of Legends. And man, what's happening tomorrow? What streams do we got tomorrow?
Halo plays for Fisher University for the #1 spot as a Halo team in the country.
That is okay. So we're playing for the #1 Halo team in the country tomorrow. Carthage might be the best in the US. Stay tuned for that one. That is a big game. That is massive. Goodbye, Toucan4411. We appreciate your support. See you tomorrow with some Halo gameplay. Do not miss it. I will be so upset if you miss this Halo gameplay.